What in the name of the gods? I can't do this. Somewhere in this labyrinth. Maybe I should stick to the right hole so that I don't get lost. Or crumbs on the ground that I'll use to return. Maybe I should use a thread. No time for that. This hammer could be anywhere, literally. The place looks ancient. I wonder how the smith found out about it. wonder what this lever opens. everything here opened by those dumb levers? I feel I'm headed in the right direction. I have a bad feeling about this. I better prepare. exile was supposed to be just an easy favor for the smith. That hammer has to be somewhere in here. Found it.
How are you feeling?
Ready to make the leap.
It is time, Basim.
Come in, this is the Brotherhood. Abstergo are working on a way to use ancient technology to profile people and align them to Templar beliefs.
The secrets of that technology are still hidden in the newly discovered memories of 3 assassins. Connor, the American revolutionary.
I must strike now.
Cassandra, the Greek Mystios.
The time for talking is over.
And the Italian nobleman, Ezio Auditore.
It has been far too long.
You need to go undercover and stop Abstergo's plans at all costs.
Time to go to work.
See it?
Not yet.
At long last, we're free.
What happens if we do?
Welcome to Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, an immersive action RPG that takes you on an exhilarating journey between life, death, love, and sacrifices. You assume the roles of 2 Banishers, a couple who are experienced spirit hunters, entrusted with the daunting task of lifting a malevolent and ominous curse.
I know you're here.
Antea is highly skilled in control and self-assured. She has demonstrated her worth,
Peace on your soul.
while Red carries guilt and self-doubt and serves as both her devoted partner and apprentice.
Wait for what? We're Banishers.
Their profound love binds them together, with a shared conviction that the realms of the living and the departed should remain distinct. But after an ill-advised attack, Antea is killed, leaving her lover in solitude and profound despair. Unable to move on to the next plane of existence, she returns to Red as the thing she despises most, a ghost. Torn between their vows to protect the living from malicious spirits and the nightmare of Antea's condition, they wander the eerie wilderness of North America, seeking to liberate her from her new plight, whatever the price to pay. While the Banishers adhere to the mantra of life to the living, death to the dead, your own affliction may lead you down a darker path when you find yourself confronted with the daunting choice of sacrificing the living to sustain the love of your life with their souls. Guilt taints not only the lives of others, but also your very own. How far will you go to save Antea? You embark on a powerful adventure where love and grief shape your story.
We made an agreement. Are you having second thoughts?
Explore the beautiful lands of New Eden, trapped between the realms of the living and the dead.
Banishers. To the end.
Uncover secrets, navigate mysterious landscapes, and meet memorable but tormented characters whose fate rests in your hands.
Who are you? Why do you follow me?
Each one of them has their own story and a profound personality.
He's lost his head.
You are nothing.
I'm a monster.
Needing a thorough understanding of their motivations before taking any decisions.
You can't come in.
Back, you monster!
Your choices carry substantial consequences that must be taken seriously.
Come no closer! But who shall judge you, Banisher, when judgment time has come?
As they face life or death situations, will you hold them responsible?
You are no more.
Even if it means sacrificing their lives for their actions. Will you banish the souls of the departed, condemning them to suffer in the void, consumed by torment? Or will you choose to elevate these souls,
Go in peace.
freeing them from eternal sorrow, granting them serenity? New Eden is full of occult dangers, and not every wandering soul is willing to cooperate. Play as both characters, combining Red's weaponry with Antea's supernatural powers. A mix of combat styles are available, thanks to Red's rifle, sword, and firebane, alongside Antea's ethereal attacks. Unleash devastating spiritual abilities, from teleportation to spectral damage zones. Upgrade your arsenal.
Time for me to shine.
I'm going to need a hand here.
As you face increasingly malicious foes.
Some essence remains upon it. For now, it will do me.
Progress in the skill tree, empowering your abilities and talents, granting our couple another measure of power. Antea's abilities extend beyond combat, giving her the possibility to navigate New Eden with greater ease. Enhance her spiritual perception to reach higher areas with her spectral leap. Revisiting places you've already been to can reveal new areas and uncover hidden secrets. Dive into an immersive action RPG, becoming a beacon of hope in a world consumed by darkness. How much will you compromise your ghost hunting vow for the sake of love?
always think you have more time, and suddenly you don't.
You stay with the wagon. Everyone else with me now.
Let's give the driver a move on.
Fight! Die faster! I'm in a hurry.
Das macht dich depressiv! This is Eiyuden. Move it already!
Wishlist me.
Shut the fuck up, Egon. We've had enough of this already.
Rated M for mature.
Greetings, sinners, and welcome to the third and final weapon showcase for Blasphemous 2, this time featuring the Rapier and Dagger. These twin blades are the fastest and most reactive weapon at your disposal, and require lightning-fast reflexes to make the most of. From endless flurries of strikes to devastating lunges through foes, the Rapier and Dagger boast the fastest attack speed of the three weapons at your disposal. Much like the Praying Blade, you're able to block incoming attacks to prevent damage. Time it perfectly, however, and you'll leave your opponent open to a devastating flash of penance. As you will have come to expect, the Rapier and Dagger has a detailed skill tree, granting you new attacks and abilities, all focused on ripping your foes to pieces. But the punishment doesn't end there. Land enough consecutive hits and you'll empower the blades with lightning, enhancing your abilities while granting you access to new and improved methods of devastation. Being the fastest weapons in Blasphemous 2, you'll want to stay on the move and change up your attacks to keep daunting enemies at bay. These lightning-fast weapons aren't just limited to the ground though. Leap into the air before expelling what's left of the blade's stored up power, decimating enemies with a crackling blast of electricity. We hope you've enjoyed this look into the Rapier and Dagger, and look forward to seeing the lightning-scorched earth you leave behind. Until next time, sinners.
It is time. Mask up. Light them up.
Oh, good. Room's clean. Oh, they're actually real. They're actually here.
Let's go. Boss, we gotta go! It's the cops! Here they come! Put him down.
Roger.
Move out the target. Flank it up. Target sighted.
Looks like we have our weapon.
We're coming up on the EZ. ETA 2 minutes. We got intel that Zakhaev was planning something a few months ago.
By the time we worked out where he was operating, all we could do was go kinetic and hope to flush the bastard out.
One of our checkpoints reported hostile contact. Then the whole town went dark.
Until we know what's going on, containment is the name of the game. No one gets in, and nothing, I mean nothing gets out. Clear?
Ravenov here has experience with this kind of incursion.
Привет. He'll give you the lay of the land. Keep your head up and listen to him if you want to survive.
Report to SS Oakgreen. Out here, this is her show! Welcome to Operation Deadbolt.
This is us. Let's move.
Pre-order any digital edition and get the Zombie Ghost Operator skin.
Hello Exiles, I'm Dennis Douthit, lead designer on Conan Exiles. Age of War Chapter 2 has just released and I'm here to give you an overview of everything we've added. In Chapter 2, we've made purges into more meaningful battles by tying them to your clan horde. The bigger your horde, the more difficult the purge and better the rewards. Speak with your treasurer to proclaim your wealth and trigger an attack by the Stygian invaders. As their camp forms, prepare to hold them back at all costs. Attackers come in waves, seeking to breach your defenses and plunder your horde. Finally, the Hand of War emerges from the camp. Make full use of all the tools at your disposal, including 2 new combat improvements, the ability to fluidly adjust the direction of your attacks, and improve stagger consistency. This really makes combat much smoother. If you defeat him, the spoils of war are yours to claim. Look out for the captured sellsword. In return for some treasure, he'll sell you banners to summon mercenaries. With these changes, purges are more immersive than ever, and a source of increasingly valuable loot and thralls as you push higher difficulties. We've also improved loot across the entire game in several ways. Slain foes will now drop loot that reflects their culture, environment, and equipment. We've also added new chests to camps and dungeons with more valuable loot and treasure for your horde. As a result, raiding camps and exploring dungeons is now more lucrative than ever. As with each new chapter, a ton of new cosmetics are now available through the Battle Pass and Bazaar, including the brand new Pyramid set. This concludes our Age of War Chapter 2 overview. We look forward to seeing all your creative new bases and epic last stands against the Stygian Empire.
2077, how do you win when the deck is stacked against you? You go all in. In Night City, the rules are different. The stakes are higher. One wrong move is all it takes to get burned. If you want to hold the winning hand, you need to become stronger, faster, better. So who you know and who you can trust, that's the ace up your sleeve. The more you have, the more you stand to lose. So go ahead and play. Just don't forget, the game is fixed.
I am a grave in the way, whether 22 or the 3A. That is 60 ways for you to die. Best to call your bitch and go get a skate.
CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the most technologically advanced games available today, and Night City will expand further this September with the launch of Phantom Liberty. GeForce gamers will be able to immerse themselves in the beauty of Phantom Liberty and explore a new dangerous district, Dogtown, powered by RTX technologies. Cyberpunk 2077's full ray tracing, aka path tracing, accurately simulates light throughout Night City. This includes shadows, which look softer in a more realistic way, reflections, which incorporate bounced detail, further heightening immersion, and global illumination, which produces lifelike diffused lighting across various surfaces in every scene. With the introduction of Nvidia DLSS 3.5 with ray reconstruction, a new AI model further enhances ray traced image quality. Lighting effects are now more accurate. Global illumination is higher quality with realistic indirect lighting. And reflections have even greater detail than before. And DLSS frame generation multiplies performance, allowing GeForce RTX 40 series gamers to experience Phantom Liberty at maximum frame rates. Altogether, full ray tracing with DLSS ray reconstruction and DLSS frame generation, powered by the latest GeForce RTX 40 series GPUs, provide the ultimate Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty PC experience.
Hello everyone, I'm Hideaki Itsuno, the director of Dragon's Dogma 2. Dragon's Dogma 2 is a narrative-driven action RPG set in an immersive fantasy world designed to place player choice at the heart of the gameplay experience. The action gameplay is designed to challenge your creativity, and although this is a single-player adventure, AI-controlled companions will accompany you throughout the experience. Today, I'd like to show you a little of what you can expect from the world of Dragon's Dogma 2 with this new gameplay footage. In Dragon's Dogma 2, up to 3 AI-controlled beings called pawns can join you on your adventures. Players can choose from 4 starting vocations that determine how they will play. Of course, you will be able to change your vocation at any time by visiting vocation guilds. For now, let's look at the fighter vocation. Wielding a one-handed sword and shield, the fighter excels in melee combat. As a fighter, you can cut down enemies with a sword and protect yourself and your party using your shield. As we keep going, we can see some harpies in the distance. As an archer, you'll be better suited to take down enemies above you. Let's see what they can do. The archer is a vocation that uses a bow and arrow to attack enemies from a distance. Make full use of your arsenal, including exploding or blighting arrows. You can also aim at your enemies like a third-person shooter. The monsters of Dragon's Dogma 2 behave organically in the world around them, and will even react to players by using their wits against you. Next, I would like to show you the mage in action. Mages excel at long-range magical attacks, as well as healing and support spells that bolster your party with various enchantments to give allies an advantage in battle. The more advanced and powerful the magic is, the longer the incantation will take. In addition to the pawns you adventure with, you will occasionally act with other inhabitants of the world.
What's this? We're trapped!
Lastly, let's take a look at the thief. As a thief, you use daggers to strike at your enemies, relying on agility and quick attacks. Use Swift Step to quickly move away from enemies after an attack. The key strategy for the thief against massive monsters is to find openings and cling on to the enemy to deal damage. Fighting head-on is always an option, but it's a good idea to utilize the environment around you while engaging with enemies. Between your chosen vocation, diverse terrains, and the particular monster you're up against, each encounter challenges players and their party to use their creativity to succeed. Two nations prosper in the world of Dragon's Dogma 2. Vermund, the human kingdom, and Batal, the land of Beastren. In Vermund, the Arisen who slay the dragon have ruled as kings for generations. This land of lush meadows and rolling hills is ripe for exploration. In contrast, Batal is a rugged canyon nation with a city built on the site of ancient ruins. It is home to the Beastren and their unique culture. The nation of Batal offers players a different experience from the human kingdom, with diverse environments to explore and monsters to encounter. In your adventures, you might come across people who call out to you.
Have you some business with the apothecary, sir?
Other times, you might receive quests from people who you aid.
Thank heavens. Thought I'd ne'er make it. If I might be so bold as to impose upon you again, would you be willing to accompany me to the cenotaph and safeguard me from harm?
Pawns with knowledge of a quest may be able to guide you to the right location, but it is up to the player to decide whether to follow them or not. Pawns support you throughout your adventures and may come to your aid when you are in trouble. To complete your quests, you can ride ox carts to travel to major locations. But be aware, as you might get attacked en route to your destination and have to decide how to tackle the situation. During the ride, you can choose to close your eyes to quickly arrive at your destination. Time is ever passing, even while riding an ox cart, and the environment around the player constantly changes. Nighttime is especially dangerous. With no light to illuminate your surroundings, you will be enveloped in pitch black darkness where you can't even see your feet. Also, there are dangerous monsters that only appear at night, so you need to be careful when adventuring in the dark. If you have a camping kit, you can find a campsite to spend the night and recover your health.
Good evening, Arisen. 'Tis the honor of my life to share your journey, Arisen.
To wrap up, I'd like to introduce some advanced vocations that become available as you progress in the story. The Mystic Spear Hand combines magic attacks and weapon-based physical attacks. A good all-rounder, they use their duo spear at close range and magic at long range. They can also use magic to block an enemy's movement or throw multiple items at once. The Magic Archer is a vocation that further specializes in long-range attacks with magical arrows. On top of healing and providing support to your allies, they can learn a skill that releases a powerful attack over a wide area in exchange for reducing their own maximum HP. And of course, there are other unique vocations you can look forward to. We have a playable version of Dragon's Dogma 2 at the Tokyo Game Show Capcom booth. Depending on the choices they make, each player can experience very different playthroughs. We're very much looking forward to the impressions of those who get a chance to play. Dragon's Dogma 2 is being developed for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam. Please stay tuned for more information. Thank you.
Peggy 12.
So in last year's TGS, we also showed this and at important points of the story, Noah will have a one-on-one battle with his rival. It's very dramatic, and this is where Murakami-san was very persistent about in his animation. And there were also voices for those characters. When you select a command, there are reactions, very detailed animations. The effect is also very dynamic and impactful. And we saw in the video, we didn't see the command. Yes, so depending on what command the user chooses, the screen will change. And also the locations of the one-on-one battle will also differ. And it gets more gorgeous later on. It will get better. 2D and 3D, it's like a fusion of a 2D and 3D. Like it was magnificent, the scene where they jumped off the bridge. So we've been making this, and then we tried to perfect it. Well, yeah, I was really surprised to see that the background scene is also very beautiful. And this one is a theater scene. Oh, that's a sudden change. And Cinderella. So because this is a theater, and actually it's a theater mini game, a role of Cinderella. So to all the characters in the story, and you can actually locate more than allocate the characters in this game, which are more than 100, to play the Cinderella show in a way that you like. So this is the character of Undead, but you can use Noah and other like male characters to play the female characters in the show. And the mean shark is playing the mean stepsister. So all the characters that can be allocated in this show. So it means that the Cinderella show can have more than 100 versions. So we recorded a large number of voices for the characters. It's almost scary. And we asked the voice actors to play freely. So yeah, I really want to try. I wonder how many patterns I will have.
Peggy 12.
Attention, citizens. The tide of war is turning against us. As we battle against the bugs for democracy, the Automaton threat grows more menacing by the day. We need valiant soldiers to infiltrate their planets, take on these deadly robotic hordes, and spread our message of peace and democracy. Use the galaxy's most advanced weaponry. Fight alongside a squad worth dying for. and bring democracy to the universe once and for all. Join the Helldivers. Join the fight for freedom. Enlist today.
Won't you help me, son?
Your lives are a rare ability.
Geppetto's puppet, our only hope.
Power beyond your imagination.
Come back to me, Carlo.
Lie to protect yourself.
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets!
Be careful, clever one.
Like a dragon is going places. Bask in the tropical sun, take in the ocean breeze, and join Ichiban as he explores paradise on a mission to find his mother. Alone, far from home, without a penny to his name, he must rise from rock bottom. So pack your bags and get ready. You're going to Hawaii. Complete with a dynamic weather system, the sights and sounds of Hawaii have been faithfully recreated in painstaking detail. It's shaping up to be the biggest adventure yet. The combat system where characters duke it out in action-packed RPG battles will get your blood pumping. You can move your character during their turn and take full advantage of your enemy's position to obliterate them. Kazuma Kiryu is back and ready to rumble, and he's got plenty of tricks up his sleeve. Awaken his fighting spirit and unleash mayhem in real time. Crush your enemies with overwhelming power. Additionally, by taking tours only available in Hawaii, you can change into brand new jobs. Samurai, Desperado, Geodancer, Pyro Dancer, Housekeeper, Action Star. Many more exciting jobs are waiting to be discovered. Observe, listen, or just have fun, and find your career of choice. Houndmates, A summoning service that can turn the tide of battle is back and better than ever. Choose from a legendary lineup of allies and iconic blasts from the past.
君の瞳に乾杯。
公務執行妨害でしょっていたる。
派手に決めてやるぜ。くれてやる。
Deepen your bonds with your party as you travel throughout the world. Every experience makes Ichiban and his friends grow stronger. Build your party up and wipe out any foes in your path.
Let's crazy! Are you ready? Yep.
There's no shortage of side experiences either. Take Crazy Delivery, a game about shredding on a bike, gathering food for customers, performing insane tricks, and finishing the job in style. Fight it out in Sujimon battles. You can recruit Sujimon U5 and hit them head-to-head in intense combat. Raise your Sujimon, hone their skills, and leave your rivals wailing in defeat. Aim for the top and become the strongest Sujimon manager. Mismatch. Create your profile the way you want it, and put your chatting skills to the test to lighten up the mood. Will you be able to meet the girl of your dreams? Every nook and cranny of town has a new surprise waiting in store. Karaoke offers an incredible selection of songs to sing to your heart's content.
Oh yeah!
What's more, Sega Bass Fishing, Spike Out, and many other classic games return in this title. You'll never run out of games to play. Featuring extreme battles with a world-class locale as the backdrop. And tons of mesmerizing content. Ryuga Gotoku Studio brings you the ultimate entertainment. Go take a trip on the wild side. Like a dragon, infinite wealth.
As the world is shrouded in uncertainty, the next chapter is yet to unfold. Are we to witness the age of kings? Will we be haunted by plague? Or shall we soar towards utopia? The narrative is yours to claim.
Having liberated the hourglass and become keeper of time, my next task was to restart history. Not beholden to past events, I was free to craft a new era. It was with humility and restraint that I approached this blank canvas. After careful preparation, I began work, painting over the darkness. After eons passed, I sketched out the realms. After eons more, I brushed them in with life. In my new era, all beings will have the opportunity to find peace. Whether or not they do will be their responsibility. For my power only permits me to begin this endeavor. It is the duty of mortals to finish it.
Eight new travelers embark on a journey through the land of Celestia.
Unleash your fury!
In a vast world of adventure. Every road is yours to take. Embark on an adventure all your own. Octopath Traveler 2.
They took down that shadow during the last full moon like it was nothing.
I have no intention of relinquishing my abilities and living an empty life. Well, Jin, are they our enemy?
There's a new threat. Persona users just like us.
They called themselves Strega.
Somebody's got a grudge against you, and they asked us to get revenge.
No! Stay away! Get away from me!
You guys don't have the slightest clue what'll happen if the Dark Hour disappears, do you?
What do you mean?
Do you really want to lose your abilities?
This is the only thing I can do, and yet... Is your mission worth your life?
I just talk a big game, pretending like I'm some kind of hero. That's about all I've got going for me. Without this power, I'd be a nobody.
Dagaya?
To all customers, please do not move in the opposite direction of the escalators.
I'm gonna make pancakes.
It's pancake party time, as they say.
We don't have much time left.
If the Dark Hour disappears, we might forget everything that happened, won't we? I'd forget you and Chidori, things we did together, all of it. To me, that's a fate worse than death.
Freeze!
Had you not decided to eliminate the Dark Hour, we wouldn't have had a reason to interfere.
I guess I was wrong. For the first time in my life, I realized what I wanted.
Some things you only pick up stepping off the straight and narrow.
Fate shall decide which of us will remain. Come then.
Velvet, oh velvet, my master has a long nose. All together now. Velvet, oh velvet, my master has a long nose.
Separate Ways tells Ada Wong's story of survival. This content from the original game returns as an expanded DLC experience. The main story follows Leon S. Kennedy as he travels to a remote village in search of the president's missing daughter. Separate Ways, in turn, follows Ada, who infiltrates the village ahead of Leon's arrival. Ada is tasked with a mission from the sinister Albert Wesker. Many obstacles stand in her way. An unknown threat gnaws at her body. Interwoven intentions surround the mysterious Amber. What choices will Ada make on this mission? The intense action from the main campaign returns as well. Fight back with precise gunplay. Use melee attacks against downed enemies, and wield your knife to parry attacks and silently neutralize threats. Ada's iconic grapple gun has also been added in Separate Ways, resulting in a more thrilling, fast-paced survival horror experience. Ada's gameplay has a unique feel from Resident Evil 4's main campaign, and we hope you enjoy piecing together the full scope of the story through Separate Ways.
Find Lewis. Fetch me the Amber.
Sorry, big guy. Can't let you go that way.
There's someone who needs my help.
She's lost no matter what.
You think I'm gonna give up that easy? Change of plans. There's no room for half measures.
You can stop right there. Wouldn't make me use this, would you?
There is this one thing I must do before I can recover the Amber. Leon and that young woman They're both infected.
Okay. But this is your last chance.
What would I do without you?
Be parasite food. Touch the ember. We'll meet up later.
No! Sorry, what kind of a man leaves a lady...
Sorry, Luis. It might be a while.
Stop wasting my time, Ada. Just get it done.
Gotta keep the client happy.
You two are infected. You must already feel the effects, eh?
I need to put that thing down.
There are things I must set right.
Why is this so important to you?
Oh, Ada. What to do with you?
Luis, the goodbye's gonna have to wait. Whose blood are you here for this time?
That all depends on you.
Blasphemous, there's something you need to hear.
The score drummer. This is the greatest score any scavenger has ever come across.
It is a remarkable story you have. Betrayed by Dawes, betrayed by Cox, betrayed by your own crew, yet you still care.
Captain Drummer, what are your orders?
Please don't hurt me.
From everything you've seen out here so far, how do you think this really ends for us?
Convince me your life matters, and I will let you live.
See, Varadna, told you we couldn't trust her.
Give me one reason I shouldn't leave you here to fend for yourself!
Hello, friends. The summer heat is slowly fading away, but War Thunder is ready to warm you back up with the first fall update this year, the Sons of Attila. It brings improved visual effects, unique mechanics, and of course numerous long-awaited vehicles for various nations. But there's one thing we'd like to say before we begin. Please welcome a new nation, Hungary. Their armored vehicles will fit into the Italian tech tree to reinforce your lineups across all BR ranges, from the very lowest to high tiers. We've been working hard to improve the realism of War Thunder, and this time around we'd like to introduce a few new mechanics. External ammo on armored vehicles like smoke grenades and suspended armament on aircraft is now entirely destructible. Depending on the impact force, a hit will lead to various results. Destruction of the impacted ammo with no explosion, a fire, or detonation. And that's not all. You can now destroy decorations and bushes mounted on vehicles. For top-tier aircraft enthusiasts, we've prepared new voice warning systems in various languages. Soviet and Russian crews often refer to it as Rita, while Betty is the popular American nickname. A female voice will now warn a pilot about G overloads, critical angles of attack, an imminent ground collision, low fuel, and many other important factors. We hope this will improve your immersion in air battles. The visual aspect of the game has been refined too. We added new effects for exhaust fumes on gun barrels, fuel leaking from damaged tanks can now burn, and trees now have more realistic foliage. The graphics overall have also been improved thanks to dynamic visual effects that change based on the lighting conditions. This time, the parade of new vehicles will begin with the most unique Hungarian newcomers. And the first is the Csaba light armored car. A powerful engine can propel this 6-ton machine to 65 kilometers an hour, both forward and in reverse, while its semi-automatic 20mm anti-tank rifle can destroy targets with APHE rounds. The top of the Hungarian branch can now boast the KF-41 Lynx IFV. This vehicle is armed with a 2-plane stabilized 30mm autocannon with APF SDS rounds, as well as a dual ATGM launcher that utilizes the Fire and Forget Spike missiles. American and Israeli skies are now protected by improved Chaparral air defense systems. They're armed with SAMs based on the Sidewinder missiles. 4 of those are ready to go, and 8 more are waiting for their turn inside the hull. Another hot, and dare we say, smoking hot vehicle is the Soviet flame tank, based on the T-55. It has a flamethrower on the right side of the turret, and the ammo rack next to the driver has been replaced with a tank for the incendiary mixture. And don't worry, it still comes equipped with the standard 100mm cannon, so the firepower has only been improved. We have something new for the pilots too. The legendary Mi-8 helicopters have arrived to War Thunder. 2 powerful turboshaft engines allow it to carry a large payload consisting of guided missiles, conventional and napalm bombs, as well as a record number of rockets for a helicopter, 192. Another rotorcraft has been added to the US and Chinese tech trees. The Bell OH-58D Kiowa Warrior is a strike version of the light multi-role helicopter. It features a guidance system conveniently placed above the main rotor hub, and it's armed with rockets and laser-guided missiles for ground targets, while a set of Stinger missiles protect it against enemy air. And finally, here are the new top-tier jets. The US Air Force has received a new F-16, Modification C. It has a helmet-mounted display, a more powerful engine, a modern radar, and an impressive choice of suspended armament, including laser-guided munitions. On the other side of the planet, we have the MiG-29 SMT. This new vehicle has a larger fuel capacity, an advanced radar, and cutting-edge weaponry. The latter includes the R-73 and R-27ET air-to-air missiles, as well as air-to-surface TV-guided ordnance. The top ranks of Italian aircraft have been reinforced by the AV-8B Plus Harrier attack aircraft. Its arsenal includes conventional bombs and rockets, and, of course, guided air-to-air and air-to-surface munitions. As always, this is not an exhaustive list of everything we're adding with this update. War Thunder will now have rank 6 for naval forces, and some existing top battleships and cruisers will move there. We're also adding numerous other vehicles, like a new top Leopard, the 2S1 Gvazdika SPG, and the Israeli 2-seater F-16. See some of them in the next shooting range this Sunday. As usual, the full changelog is available on our official website. Please subscribe to our channel, enjoy the new vehicles, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. See you!
Why throw ourselves into this slaughter? For those we love. For those we've lost. To reach salvation. To make our names. To end this war. And forge a better world. In this place we found, by our own separate paths, our battlefield, our haven.
War Haven.
A war rages between the witches and the remnants of humanity ruled by the Church. In a distant territory controlled by one of the witches, papal scouts have discovered a wreckage of a ship that had been lost for several centuries. It carried a valuable artifact, one that could alter the course of the conflict. To recover it, the Vatican has dispatched one of its best witch hunters. Only he can face the witch by means of his powerful magic. Hunters like him are called prayers, and the substance running through his veins that gives him arcane powers is known as Witchfire. When you reach your destination, you're completely exhausted. There's very little Witchfire left in your blood. One of the first things you must do is replenish your powers. The fastest way to do it is to fight the witch's minions, ghouls and wraiths. Once they're dead, the Witchfire they were made of will be yours. However, this won't be an easy prey. The world of Witchfire is a place where everything is trying to kill you. Monsters prowl the area, treasure chests turn out to be deadly traps, and lethal contraptions stay hidden from view. If you waste bullets, ignore your stamina, and take your opponents for granted, you will die. And this can happen in a myriad more ways. Getting killed means that you lose all your loot, although it's possible to recover it, and the monsters you've eliminated come back from the dead. What's even worse, once the witch senses the powerful intruder who hasn't died so far, she will start throwing deadly curses at you, called the Calamities. These can raise the dead from their graves, or conjure a fog to unleash a hunt for your soul. She will stop at nothing to drive you out of her realm. And if this doesn't work and you still brazenly cling to life, amassing more power and a greater arsenal, then the witch will dispatch new types of minions and set traps the likes of which you have not seen. The world will change, adapting to your progress. This means more Witchfire to collect, but also more challenges to conquer. You find refuge in an old hermitage, enveloped in a fog that hides you from the witch's sight. From here, you will venture into her domain, trying to find the villain's lair. An enchanted mirror allows you to receive amazing inventions from the Vatican's gunsmiths. Here, you can also transform the Witchfire collected along the way into skills that become more and more powerful. This transformation does more than simply make you stronger. You also gain understanding of how magic works. Without this knowledge, many places remain inaccessible, and many magical objects are nothing more than a piece of paper with strange scribblings or a simple shard of iron. Let's examine this weapon, made for the prayer in the Vatican workshop. If you're unable to see through its esoteric shroud, it looks like a regular rifle. The more Witchfire courses through your veins, the more secrets reveal themselves to you. For instance, it turns out that the aforementioned rifle can hit several enemies with a single shot. This is how things are in this world, where common folk see nothing but a regular weapon, a seal with strange symbols, or a beautiful ring. A prayer recognizes brutally effective tools of death, spells based on one of the 4 elements, or magical signets that allow him to use telekinesis or teleportation. The prayer's task is simple: kill the witch and recover the artifact she stole. However, simple doesn't mean easy. Luckily for you, the prayer has more tools at his disposal than superhuman powers or a magical arsenal. Some of these implements are called the Arcana. Crystals that are created from Witchfire in the most magic-infused spots allow the prayer to alter reality, if ever so slightly. Will you enhance your spells with new abilities, weaken all of the witch's minions, or perhaps you will prefer to improve your shooting skills for a short while? Still, the most powerful force the prayer can wield is not a weapon, a spell, a magical object, or even the Arcana. It's the freedom. When you embark on your journey, you set your own goals. Would you like to find and defeat the guard keeping watch over the witch's keys? Go right ahead. Or perhaps you prefer to steal some gold and return to the Hermitage. No problem. Why don't you test a new weapon and collect enough Witchfire to develop another skill? There's nothing stopping you. Every step you make during your journey marks a choice. You can rush into a huge mob of enemies and try to execute them in a frenzied dance of death, or opt for eliminating them one by one from afar. Steering clear from a fight is an option, as is provoking more fights for bigger rewards. This freedom means that there isn't just one correct method to defeat the witch. The prayer is not bound by time restrictions, and the Vatican doesn't care what methods he employs. A sharpshooter's agile fingers, a tactician's analytical mind, or special powers and magical objects. You can pick, choose, and match freely to achieve your goal. These are the bare bones of Witchfire. Discovering the rest is up to you. But here's a final thought. The witch knows that the prayers are immortal. Her goal is not to kill you. Her goal is to take away your belief that she could be defeated. When faced with hardship, you decide whether to give in to despair or get back on your feet and resume the fight. Godspeed, prayer.
Father の死をきっかけに国元は無法地帯になるやもしれません。
悪いが仕事なんでな。せめて死に花を咲かせてやろう。
白婦たちを救出せよ。
大使陣、真の戦というものを教えてやる。
少しは立場をおわきまえくだされ。
蹴りはまだついてねえだ。
小覇王が覇王になっては、演術様も困るのです。